This is Jonathan Aguilar here for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to be joined by super welterweight contender Troy Williamson. Troy, thanks very much for coming on. How are you finding sort of lockdown easing? You're back in the gym, and you've got some fight news. I'm guessing you're pretty happy.
Yeah, I've been waiting a long time. Obviously, I've been ticking over all through lockdown. Really, I've been full time back in the gym full time now for about 3 weeks, so plenty of time, and we've got enough notice. I'll be boxing in 6 weeks, so yeah, there's enough time to get ready.
How did you find lockdown? Was it difficult to train? Did you manage to do some stuff at home?
Yeah, I've done a little bit at home. You can see, obviously, I've got the bike there on one of them turbo trainers. I had a rower, and I've got access to a gym where there was a bag and things. So I was doing little bits. I was keeping the weight down. I was keeping fairly fit. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Just a bit strange outside.
Definitely. You've got a fight date coming up in a few weeks' time on BT Sport. Before we get into that, I wanted to know a bit more sort of about you and how you got into the sport. How did the Troy Williamson journey in boxing begin?
A long time ago, I went to the gym when I was 10-year-old. I was a little bit too young to compete, so I got a bit bored of it, if I'm completely honest. So I went and played football up until the age of 15, and then went to the gym when I was 16. Turned 17 a couple of weeks after, and then had my first fight. I was only in the gym about 3 months, and then ever since then I've stuck at it.
What motivated you initially to go in a boxing ring, boxing gym rather? Because I guess it's been a while since there's been huge Northeast talent. You look at sort of Glenn McCory, but other than that, before that, I mean, it's a good period right now for Northeast boxing. But what was your motivation originally?
I just love the sport. If I'm completely honest, I think I used to love watching Mike Tyson.
See him in the back.
Yeah, just like the aura he had, and everybody knew who Mike Tyson was, whether you were a boxing fan or you weren't. And I think that's just what got me into loving boxing, if I'm honest.
That said, just on Mike Tyson, what have you made of rumours of a comeback in exhibitions?
I think it's good that he's looking after himself. He looks fit and he looks healthy. The exhibitions, it doesn't really bother me. The exhibitions, but I hope he doesn't make a return to professional boxing, which I can't see him doing. I can't see him getting a license or whatever. But just as the exhibitions go, I think each to their own.
You've built up nicely, 11-0-1, signed obviously with Frank Warren. What have you made of your professional career so far? You've picked up your first belt as well. How do you assess it so far?
Good. I think I'm learning with each fight. I think I'm just taking it step by step. I'm just looking forward to the future. I think I've got a massive future ahead of me. And like I said, just take it step by step, and each fight as it goes, and just keep racking up them wins. That's it, really.
You obviously won that bill at the Eagles Community Centre Arena, rather, in Newcastle. It was just before sort of the pandemic hit, so I guess you were pretty pleased that you were able to get out just before then.
Yeah. Otherwise, like the last time I boxed before then was December 2019. So if I didn't get out in February, then it would be a long time. It's almost 9 months. So yeah, it was good to get out in February. And now I'm looking forward to getting out in 6 weeks' time.
Yeah, Michael McGurk, you're on the undercard of Archie Sharp, Jeff Foury, defending your IBF European belt. How did this fight sort of come about? Were you just offered it a few weeks ago? How long have you known about this?
I've known about it for about 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, I think. Yeah, we got offered a couple of opponents. They didn't want it for some reason. I'm not sure. And Michael McGurk stepped up to the plate, so I respect him for that, because there's been a lot of top fighters that have been offered the fight and they haven't come through with it for whatever reason. They've had plenty of notice to get ready. So yeah, big respect to Michael McGurk. He's a great fighter from what I've seen. So it'll make a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, you're on sort of BT Sport, behind closed doors, great exposure on the undercard. Yeah, what do you make of sort of fighting behind closed doors with all that exposure, though?
Um, I can't say it bothered me, to be honest. I've had a lot of fights, obviously, that have been hardly no crowds anyway. So a fight's a fight. Once we're in them, we exchange punches, and it's for real then. So can't say it bothering me too much. Obviously, it's different. Obviously, there's no crowds, there's no atmosphere. But like I said, a fight's a fight. So can't see it being a problem.
How do you see the fight sort of playing out between yourselves? Obviously, he's unbeaten. Not the biggest puncher, but he can definitely box. He's got unbeaten record. How do you sort of see it panning out?
Troy Williamson win. That's like every fight we go in there to win. We'll be 110% ready and full of confidence. I think it's a good fight. He's obviously, I'm not looking over Michael McGurk, because from what I've seen, he can box. He's got fast hands. Like you say, but when you said he's not a big puncher, anything can happen with them 10-ounce gloves on. But yeah, I think everybody watching is in for a good fight. I think he's a very good fighter, and it's going to make a very good fight.
Definitely. I'm sure you would have been an interested spectator on Friday night. Hamzah Sheeraz, you're always sort of linked with a fight. I've spoken to him about it before. What did you make of his win over Paul Keane?
He looked good. He looked big, and he looked strong. He's massive for the weight. Was about 6'2", 6'3", or something. He done what he had to do. He got the win, and he got the stoppage. But if I'm honest, didn't look like that Paul Keane was nowhere near his level. If I'm honest with you, it looked like he just turned up just to get paid. But you know, I don't know. Obviously, I'm only watching from the outside, but it looked like a mismatch. He had a good record, ex-Scottish champion or whatever. So yeah, but I think Sheeraz looked good, and he got the win. That's all that matters.
Has there been sort of quite a lot of talk about you guys meeting with both of your teams? I know it's a fight that's been talked about for a while now. Is this quite likely? Should you obviously come through, not overlooking your next opponent, but is this quite likely?
Obviously, on my behalf, we'll take the fight. That's not a problem. We've been off. Well, they've been offered it before for whatever reason. Again, obviously that didn't happen. But again, that will make a massive fight with the two titles on the line. Obviously, once I get past McGurk. So yeah, it's a good fight. A lot of people are talking about it over social media. I'm not sure if the teams have been talking, my team and his team, but yeah, can't see it being a hard fight to make. It's an easy fight to make if they want it. So it's always there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean it's a great division anyway domestically. You've got Eggington-Cheeseman on that matchroom bill. You've got Anthony Fowler, Scott Fitzgerald as the British. These must be all fights you're interested in. I guess with Hamzah Sheeraz, you being with Frank Warren, also James Metcalf's got the Commonwealth. Are these the more likely fights with sort of Frank Warren? I'm sure you're interested in the other names I've mentioned though.
Yeah, most definitely have. But like you said, obviously there were matchroom, so a little bit harder to make. There's Hamzah Sheeraz there, and there's James Metcalf that are both with Warren. So they're easy fights to be made. But first and foremost, obviously, I box McGurk on August 20th, so I'm not overlooking that. And then once we deal with that, then bigger and better things.
What's your thoughts on Sam Eggington, Ted Cheeseman? A lot of people excited about that fight. How do you see it going?
I see a Ted Cheeseman win. I think Ted Cheeseman he sticks to his boxing, because we've seen that when he boxed Fitzgerald, he could box. I thought he was a little bit unlucky in that fight. I think it was a lot closer than what people thought it was. But I think Cheeseman could outbox Eggington. But if he goes and stands and fights with him, then obviously the fans win, because I think it'll be a great fight. But again, we'll see what happens. I think that's it's a good fight.
Mm. Just on sort of the Northeast scene, as I mentioned before, it's sort of, developing quite nicely with yourself, Lewis Ritson, of course. You've got Joe Laws, April Hunter, Thomas Ward, loads of different names and exciting fighters. What's it like, sort of this Northeast scene at the moment? You must be proud to see sort of the direction it's going in. Do you think about that at all?
Yeah, definitely. I think a couple of years ago, Northeast boxing was a little bit under the radar. It was hidden a little bit, but now we've got the likes of obviously Josh Kelly, Lewis Ritson's flying at the minute, Tommy Ward, Joe Law's making noise, Savannah Marshall. Obviously, like you said, the list is endless. So yeah, I think Northeast boxing's on the up, and it has been for the past couple of years. It's now just getting recognised, so it's good, because obviously all of us fighters deserve it.
No doubt. Troy, I appreciate you coming on, giving us your time. What's sort of the plan for the last few weeks, sort of in training? Is it sort of tapering down? Have you been able to do much sparring or anything at the moment?
Yeah, I've started sparring. Like I said, obviously we're well ahead of schedule at the minute. Obviously the fitness is there, and we've still got 6 weeks, so just taking it steady. Nothing's been picked up yet, but when the time does come, we'll be firing on all cylinders and ready to go.
Look forward to it. Troy, appreciate you coming on. Best of luck with the last few weeks preparation, and yeah, look forward to it. You versus Mark McGurk, with your title on the line.
Hang on, thank you, Paul.